Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Tier 9 American Premium Medium Tank, the Arachnid AE Phase 1. So the Arachnid is an absolutely fugly tank, and this is one of those tanks that my friends won't let me play because it is so goddamn ugly. There is no getting around it. It's a big spider on the turret and it just looks awful generally. But despite that, it's pretty fun to play. I have enjoyed playing the Arachnid because the two-shot autoloader is really quite fun. It does have the drawback, though, that it is kind of... It's got that former heavy tank vibe to it, right? Because the AE Phase 1 is a heavy tank, it's a Tier 9 Premium heavy tank, but it's the Halloween version of the tank that they turned into a medium with the two-shot autoloader. And, yeah, it has that drawback because it doesn't really have the heavy armour anymore. It lost a lot of it. It's still bounceable off the turret, but it's not reliable. And they also, well, it has the drawbacks of its mobility as well, having the top speed of 45 kilometers an hour, which is not very nice for a Tier 9 medium tank, essentially. But you can make that better, obviously, naturally running stuff like the traction system, so it is what it is. I like the gun, because the gun feels okay for the two-shot 320 Alpha gun. It lets you do stuff like this to artillery. Can't quite finish it off with two shots, but, you know, it just lets you go tap-tap, and double-tap autoloaders are a hell of a lot of fun to play, generally. And like I say, I've really enjoyed playing the tank. I mean, it is a fun tank to play. It's just a shame that it looks so absolutely mother-trucking fugly. It's just one of those things, you'll never get over it, and like I say, my friends, Swindle won't let me play it. He's a bad man, alright? He's a bad man. But yeah, it is what it is. So in terms of a crew, on the Arachnid AE Phase 1, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Trap Mechanic, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, Off-Road Driving. All the gun perks make this gun as good as humanly possible because I want to be able to hit all of my double taps as much as I can. And the off-road driving to help me hit that top speed of 45, and then when I run the equipment of a traction system, vert stabs, and optics, it helps me hit my top speed of 49 kilometers an hour that I can get with my traction system, and that way, you know, I can at least have some sort of mobility. We're nearly up to the same level as a Centurion at that point. And actually, faster than an M48 pattern, right? Because that goes at, or sorry, an M47 pattern, because that goes at 48, I believe. But yeah, that helps with that. And then, obviously, with the equipment, with the vert stabs on there, we're making the gun as good as possible again. And in terms of the optics, so that we can spot for ourselves. And like I say, with the traction system, it helps us just have that better medium tank kind of mobility. So yeah, the Arachnid has another flaw, really, and that is its standard pen. Its standard pen is 238 on the standard AP. It's got 280 heat pen, though, which is juicy and helps you really pop those shots out at tier 10s. You can pen them quite easily with 280. 238 does struggle against a lot of the heavy tanks at tier 10, so it's just something to watch out for, that you might need to load the premium. But I mean, the reload is really quick on this tank, so you can get those premium rounds in really quickly anyway, so that's okay. 400 meters view range is also fantastic for this tank. It's pretty standard, actually, really, for tier 9, but, you know, you get the point. You can get that up to a decent level. The one thing this tank also has left over from being from the heavy tank conversion is the fact that it's got zero camo. It's got very, very bad camo. Just something to be very, very wary of. How did that bounce? Anyway, very, very wary of is that, yeah, you will get spotted quite easily in this tank, so just be careful. You can side scrape with it, though, even though it's not got these similar armor to the AE Phase 1, you know, the heavy tank, it still can do little bits of heavy tanking, and that is, like I say, side scraping and going hull down, but don't rely on the turret like you could in an AE Phase 1, because it will bounce a lot, but it'll also get penned a fair bit, so you just got to be very, very careful with it. So in this first game, we're on steps, and we've done 2.7k damage so far with 1100 assistance. That Scorpion made the wrong decision. That was the last penny was going to get this game, and we shut him down to add to our kill tally of 3. And there's only 5 tanks left on the enemy team. We do go straight for the reload so that we are ready for the next engagement. 2 heavy tanks are spotted there. The Barask in the middle, so we're going to try and pop 2 shots at the Barask. And as you can see, the gun handling is pretty decent. If we actually aim properly, we did not lead that shell well enough. And We're just waiting for the reload now, and this RU-251 is 2-tappable for us, and he clearly has not got a clue we're here. So we get 1 into him, we're going for the second shot to shut him down, and we finish him off. He had no idea. The enemy Barask gets in to reset the Cap, who, well, we were just about to win by Cap there, and the Barask made a hero play and ends up resetting. We notice the heavy tank behind us is in a position where he can get shots at us, but again, he's very focused on the Cap, so we get 2 shots in, 1 bounces, the other one ends up tracking and penning him, which is nice. Thankfully, we avoid the shell from the 705, who probably could have put us down to a 1-shot easily there, which is decent. We're going to pull forward to see if we can get into a position to shoot the 705, and just as we start to pull into that position, that heavy tank in the distance starts to come into render distance. I'm thinking, you know what, I'll feel like ramming the 705. Oh, hello, Kreslowski. Let me just... Yeah, this is fortunate, isn't it? And we get to shut down the Kreslowski with the 2 shots. And I say, my mind is set on this ram, because we do have some weight behind us. I'm thinking, can we ram decently? Let's see. We lost a little bit of health. We did 100 odd to us. I mean, the 705 is a very heavy tank, so that's pretty decent for a ram. And we get to finish him off with the double tap in the nick of time to secure the top gun. And we finish with the victory. 6 kills, 5.3k damage, a 1400 assistance. The ace tanker, high caliber, the top gun. And yeah, 1916 basic XP. A really nice game for the Arachnid in a pretty tier 9 game, which is pretty nice. Say it's a damn fun tank to play. It's just a shame about how fugly it is. I'll always say it is fugly. And again, we're pretty nicely top tier. Again, we're going to have a pretty damn nice game in this tank. That's probably why I'm showing it again, because we ended up playing it on the off chance and had 2 pretty damn nice results. And we're on Westfield, which is always the dream of a medium tank or light tank or tank destroyer, really. Or any tank, to be honest. Westfield is always a dream. It's a fun map to play. And we are in a medium tank. Now, normally, in a medium tank, I'd be like, yes, we're going to go to G7 and spot them crossing the K line, get shots off, stay undetected, spot, shoot, and get all the assistance damage. We can't do that in the Arachnid because we have no camo. We are as big as a house. We have no camo. We're easy to hit. We don't really have the mobility. And the armor is okay, but at the same time, it's not infallible, right? So that position at G7 is not for the Arachnid. So what we're going to do is use its pretty decent mobility to get into this position over here at C3 to get up on top of the ridgeline and use its semi-heavy old school ability, which is get hull down, use the good gun depression that this tank has, and use its semi-decent turret armor. Because naturally this tank has 10 degrees of gun depression, which is absolutely fantastic and will help you trash a ridgeline. So we go up against the Cobra. Now the Cobra is dangerous for us, and as you can see we end up taking 2 hits from both, but we managed to get the double tap into that other one, which is nice. I'm expecting them both to be reloading now because, well, they're loading the Cobra, which means they're going to be reloading forever. And our reload in this double tap auto loader is pretty damn good. So we get 2 shots into the VK4502A there, who is very out in the open, and this Cobra's on the run. I'm like, no, Mr. Cobra, I'm not going to let you get away that easily. And we get 2 shots in to shut down the Cobra. Unfortunately, we took a hit or 2 there, but it is what it is. We managed to get rid of 1 tier 9 medium tank that is exceptionally deadly. This Black Prince is out in the open, so while we're unspotted and he is in a position we can get the shots in, we may as well unleash the deadly double tap and get some damage into that Black Prince. That's where this tank is really good. That's where double taps are really good in general. You pop over, go bang, bang, and then run away. We get another 2 shots into this Cobra, which tracks and breaks his engine, but he repairs it. That again, it'd be great to get rid of another tier 9 there, because that, again, there's only like 4 in this game, so getting rid of our competition is always great. We end up spotting the standard B as well. It's like, well, okay then. He snaps a shot into us, but we get 2 into him again. Again, I just love this double tap. I love the double taps in this game, to be fair. The double taps are so nice to play just for that ability to go bang, bang, and then pull back. And it limits your exposure to taking hits. And it also, generally, you know, you get those shots into tanks. They take the first hit and they go, okay. And then they take the second hit and go, ow, really? Did you have to shoot me again? You know? and then they react. But most of the time, by the time you fired that second shell, right, and they've reacted, you've gone. You've left, because you've fired your clip, and now you're reloading, so you don't want to stick around in front of their gun, and you're gone. Which is, yeah, a benefit to your HP, essentially, and your ability to keep mopping up damage as an autoloader. So far, with 4.5k damage, we're only on 500 hit points, which is something that we've got to be a little bit careful of. But their team is mostly on the other side. That Astron Rex is in front of us in the dip at G3, and I want to move up to this dip, essentially. We know there's the standard B somewhere over here, so we're just keeping our eye on it. There we go. We end up spotting the Cobra that's still at the back. I want to push up to this ridgeline so that I'm safe from the guys that will be camping at, like, K6, because there's usually people there. But I'm also still getting shots at these guys, and again, I'm still safe from them and spotting them all for my team. We're up to 5k damage so far. The Astron Rex turns his turret to us, and the Astron Rex has that huge-ass cupola on top, so we get one in, and he manages to get safe just before we get the second in. We go for the shot on the Emil Wont to try and pen him, but unfortunately the shot just deviates and only tracks him. Again, waiting for the reload to get in to finish him off, and again, it's just where the double tap's so nice in this tank, right, because it reloads so quickly. He gets finished off before, though. We get all the assistance so we could tracked him. The Black Prince gets shut down, so now we're going to pull around to see if we can get a shot at the KV-3. We end up spotting the artillery as well. Something misses us from the back, but to be honest, I don't quite clock that. I'm just being careful. The Super Pershing goes in, and I'm looking at it going, you know what, I could try and finish off the artillery, but I didn't quite realise he was below the ridgeline. The Astron Rex gets a shot into us, but we get to double tap him. And unfortunately, the shot that I didn't clock was from a Waffle Panzer IV sitting at the back, and he shuts us down. But we do finish with the epic victory, 3 kills, 6,000 damage, 809 assistance, ace tanker, the sniper, the high caliber, 1,813 base XP. A really great game for the Arachnid AE Phase 1. It is a pretty damn nice tank to play. It's just a shame it's so fugly, and my friends don't let me play it. It's what it is. It's a fun tank to pick up, though, if you ever get the chance. So, as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!